Hi, this is Helen Mitis, and I'm very excited today to be talking to the beautiful Karine Chalmers. And Karine, welcome to
Thank
today's
you so
interview.
much.
Karine is going to be a presenter at HypnoBiz Australia in March 2020, and her topic is going to be the chakra recharge system. But before we talk about that, I just want to ask you, Karine, as to what brought you into the world of hypnotherapy.
Um, I'm in the beauty industry. I've been in the beauty industry since I was very young, and I always felt like there was something that I was wanting to offer to my clients, but I was offering them a nice, relaxing service, great skin, but I found I was getting a lot of clients coming in with certain problems, and I felt like what I was doing was not enough. Then we fell into hypnotherapy with my husband, having quite a lot of pain in his body. He'd been injured in a football injury over 15 years prior to us learning about hypnotherapy. He tried everything and was in physical and mental pain for a long time. And yes, then it was basically his last resort. He tried everything, painkillers and physios, chiros, all that sort of thing. And then he tried hypnotherapy, and because of the long-term physical pain, he was in mental pain as well, and tried hypnotherapy, one session, 1 hour, and it was as though, he was reborn again. It was
Wow.
just amazing.
Wow, that's just fantastic. So really, a couple of reasons there. One is you were finding that whilst you were working in beauty, people were coming and downloading on you, and you felt that what you were doing for them, you were helping them feel better physically, but underneath the surface, there was something more that you could do.
Yes.
And then at the same time, your husband was in pain, and so you found a way to alleviate his pain for the first time. And so then that seemed to be the answer for both issues.
Absolutely. So that's when we started sort of looking more into hypnotherapy. And when I was telling my clients of, it was like magic. Absolutely, it was like magic, night and day, completely different. It changed our household,
Wow.
our relationship.
Tell me about how it changed your household. That's really interesting.
Um, Well, this was a couple of years later after we'd, really used these tools in a really good way. Our daughter, she asked for Christmas to be able to learn how to do hypnotherapy. She'd seen such a difference in,
Wow.
my husband had lost 30 kilos
Wow.
in time. Not just when he actually did the first session, it was as though he was so light and lifted, but the actual weight came off later. And just our mindset, the way we communicated with each other, the way we communicated with our children.
Wow.
Obviously our daughter could, see a difference, and she wanted to know. She didn't know at the time why she wanted to learn. She just could see that, there was a lot of positives coming from what we'd been, learning and using in our home and
That's
our
beautiful.
environment.
That's beautiful that she felt that positive change so much that she wanted to do it.
Yeah,
So that's
it.
beautiful.
Yeah. So then afterwards, telling our clients what had happened with my husband, then they were saying, well, we want to know more. We would love you to help, myself or my family or I might know somebody that's in pain or
Yeah.
had anxiety, depression, things like that. So went on to continue with our studies, and that's when some things sort of started to come up with, some things with me, and I had some limiting beliefs, and I had some struggles that I'd been holding on to for quite a number of years, since I was 6 actually, where I'd experienced something quite traumatic for a child. And it was in a school environment. And a teacher, my year 1 teacher, so I was 6 years old, you'd have to get up and tell the date. So this day was my day to tell the date.
Yep.
And I didn't know the date. I kept putting my hand up, and she'd say, no, it's wrong. So then she sent me out of the room. And that's when some of my little friends were coming out and telling me the date. They didn't even know the date. Probably these days children do know. It's written sort of all over the place. But, you know.
Well, I can tell you, Karine, I don't know the date. Most of the time I do not know the date.
Yeah,
I get my iPhone to see the date. I have no idea what the date is. I always get it wrong. But how much pressure for a 6-year-old to be expected to announce to the class what the date is.
Yeah. So anyway, she came out this was the final time. She came out and asked me the date, and I obviously didn't tell her the right date, or maybe I did, who knows. But she actually picked me up by my neck off the ground. And I don't remember too much after that. All I know is that I was off school for about 6 to 8 weeks afterwards.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I think what happened when I came back was she was no longer there. So I never told my family. It was just out of fear. So a lot of the time I was holding myself back. I was too frightened, that I was not smart enough, and just all these things that were going. And due to that trauma, it just impacted my school years. And then that's why when I was able to go through all of these tools and strategies and mindset shifts, that's when I had so many mentors and people that I look up to, and I had learnt so much that's why I was inspired to create something myself.
Beautiful. And in terms of what you just said, Karine, I think people get quite shocked when they come to see us hypnotherapists that, one incident that happened such a long time ago can have such a huge impact. I remember I was seeing a AFL footy player, and he was really surprised to find when we put him into hypnosis that one schoolyard incident, which appeared so insignificant at the time, impacted so much of his future and how he was, relating to his teammates and how he performed on the field and all the rest of it. And he was shocked to discover that. But, that's the beauty of hypnotherapy, isn't it, is that we do uncover where it originates from.
Yes, yeah. And like, as you say, it's about how, now that we have those tools, we are able to still talk about the what may have been the big, I guess, the biggest pain point.
Yeah.
But when you see it and you detach yourself from it, and you see all of the things that are possible, and the impact that you can make, and that you can help people make those changes as well, it's just, it's a gift.
Oh, absolutely. It is a gift. And that gift is we just keep on passing it on to the receiver.
Yeah.
And that person has come into your path to receive.
Yeah.
So then pass it on. So it is beautiful. And so tell me, even your mother has become a hypnotherapist.
Yes.
So it's really a family event. How did she get into it?
Well, it was actually my husband. After, he had experienced hypnotherapy before to give up smoking. And he did quite a lot of studies, actually, sort of more the entertainment, hypnotist, stage hypnotherapy, street self-hypnosis and things like that. And then he saw a course, and he asked myself if I wanted to go, and he also asked my mum, and
Oh, how lovely.
we just went, why not? What have we got to lose? And yeah, this is where we are now.
The whole family.
And I'm on video, and that's another thing. I know further down the track, after I'd had that incident when I was 6, we had to do like a video in front of the class when I was in year 5. And I remember that I just panicked, and I did not want to be in front of the camera, probably because of those emotions that were coming up.
Yeah,
and
sure.
That's the beauty about now my daughter. She performs, in front of many, many people, and she does not carry on that fear, because I think if you carry on that fear, then you pass it on then to your children and to the people that are around you. So
absolutely, and that's how they learn. If you they learn from the way that what they see from their parents, who are their biggest influences. So it's not what you say to them, but it's how you're coping with your surroundings, and then they take that on.
Exactly.
So they see that you're not operating from a place of fear, then they don't either. So tell us, Karine, about your chakra recharge system, because that's what you're going to be teaching our participants at HypnoBiz Australia in March 2020 at the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. That is something actually, it's not something that, it's definitely not my expertise in terms of chakras. So tell us what you'll be teaching.
I'll be teaching actually how to remove trauma from your body. So in a really nice, gentle way, yet very effective. So it will be working on each of your chakra points.
Yeah.
I've got a more advanced one that I also teach, but I won't be teaching at HypnoBiz Australia. But it will be a system that can grow from there, that can stem from there. So basically each of your chakra points are related to certain emotions, whether they're good or bad. So what we do is we work on each chakra point and recharge everything. It's like a rebooting of your whole body. So it's just a really nice way to help to remove the trauma from the body, but it is also something that even if you have not had any significant trauma or had no trauma in your life already, it is something that can prepare you to get through things.
Well, I'm sure that everybody could do with a reset.
Absolutely.
Irrespective of whether there's trauma or not. I mean, the fact is that negative events, impact all of us in some way, even if we think they don't. And so a reset would be great for everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it can be done more than once too, it can be something that can be done, depending on each person. They may need that, maybe every 6 months, once a year, that sort of thing. So it is something that you'll get something out of it each time.
Lovely. So is this what you do to yourself too, Karine? Do you do a reset, a chakra reset?
I do, and that's why I want to teach more people. So then I can have it done on me, because you definitely get benefit from it, from having it done yourself as well as giving. And that's another thing. You get so much out of giving this treatment as well. This process, everyone gets something out of it.
Oh, lovely. Beautiful.
The practitioner and the client.
Oh, beautiful. So this is what Karine's going to be teaching at HypnoBiz Australia, is her chakra recharge system, and it removes trauma in the body by resetting our chakras. So this is something that's quite unique that's going to be presented at HypnoBiz Australia. So before we go, I want to thank you first of all for sharing a personal story and putting that vulnerability out there, something that was personal, that happened to you a very long time ago. And, is there something that you could leave us with, Karine, in terms of anything, a quote or something meaningful for you?
Yeah, I something that really stands out for me is that there's always a hidden gift, even if it's something that is that can be traumatic. It happens for a reason, and it may not feel like it at the time, but you'll realize that the whatever happens is for a reason, and that there's always a hidden gift in life.
Absolutely. And it's, you know, when you realize that, and at the time, like you said, you know, it's hard to see the gift when we're going through trauma or adversity or a challenge, but there is always something that we gain from everything that we experience. So that is really what it's all about. So thank you so much, Karine.
Thank you.
Excited for your presentation.
Yay!
HypnoBiz Australia, March 2020. Thank you, Karine.
Thank you.